Hello. Hello. We will soon start tonight. Just waiting. Hi. We'll soon start. I'm waiting for the co-host to join, and then I'm in charge. 1 second. And tonight we'll be discussing chapters 8 to 17 of The Magic Thief and the Whisper Heath. So soon we'll start. I'm just waiting for Desiree, who is the co-host, to join. Let's see. We'll see. Seems like my messages are not delivering to her. She's not getting my text messages. So I'm trying on GroupMe to make sure she sees that we're starting now. We're going to go ahead and start soon. But while we wait for Desi, I'm going to post a review of this book soon, but so good. It's a little bit. It's hunting. It's hunting sirens. Sirens, and it's by Mary Meacham. I don't know how you say that name. I read it this week in like one day, 4 hours, like all together. It's so good. So good. I will have, okay, Desi is here, so I'm going to invite. But yes, so this has a deaf siren hunter, and then a mute siren. So yes, highly, like, this book is really good. So if you want like a beach read, this would be a good book. I'll have a review soon for this, but the deaf sign language, like culture, everything in that book was really good. So that. But tonight, that is not what we're discussing. Sorry, Desi, I guess my messages are not going through to you. I didn't know you were asking like if you went live at 8:30. Yeah, my like messages kept saying fail. So I tried to do it as not an I message, but instead a normal SMS. I don't know. But yeah, it's funny. It's just like failing. So I just started around 8:30, 35. Yeah, like 2 minutes. So while we were waiting, I was discussing what I recently read. Excuse me. Okay, so tonight, welcome. Uh, I'm Katie James, short name Carrie. Nice to meet you all. I am hard of hearing. I have hearing aids, and I am simcomming, which is signing and speaking simultaneously. I will also be voice interpreting for. Hi, my name is Desiree. Desi is my short name, and this is my sign name. I am deaf, and I will be voice off and signing only. So welcome. So we host the Definitely Readers Book Club, and this month and part of next month we'll be discussing Effie Laroe's The Magic Thief and the Whisper Heath. She has the book. It's on my Kindle. This book has a hard of hearing. I feel like he's more hard of hearing than deaf character. Who has hearing aids, and he does some sign. His name is Leo. In this book specifically, he is like a side character. He's not a main character. Right. So this book, it follows his sister, Olivia. And the book is about her. Now, the author has said that she is writing Leo's book next. So we'll see more of Leo later. Right? Hopefully. I feel like I want more of Leo in this one. Um, so the interesting thing, my thoughts, Mike, the interesting thing is it seems like there's three main characters so far. There's Olivia, Leo, and Dev, she's Faye, and now Seraphine, who is the queen. She doesn't have like standalone chapters. I haven't seen her specific chapters. It's been more background, not really like her like thoughts, opinions. It has a little bit of flashbacks of hers and who she is. Okay. I think there's a lot of characters. Uh, the knight, the king. So we have Alaris, who is the knight, Lysander, I don't know how you say his name, um, Noab or no, Cobb. There's a lot of names that I'm not going to be able to say. And then also it did discuss Deb about her two sisters, Linolin. I'm saying it wrong. And then, oh, I'm not even gonna guess like how you say that name. It's like Q U Kwahi. Okay, so Yuri. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So like we oh, I went on vacation last week and I forgot to email the author. And this is the book we are reading, the Magic Thief and the Whisper Heath. I forgot to email Effie about setting up an interview, but one question we can ask is, how do you say their names? Yeah. I just typed Q. Yeah. Hey Heather, thank you for answering the question about the book. So, when we left off last week, Olivia had just been blamed for killing the spring princess and the Emberly, and the fall queen, which is Seraphine, um, got her full name. I'm still like salty about that. Like, why did she give her full name? In naive. um, Hi, Katie. We've missed seeing you join the lives too. Um, Oh, but she gave her full name to the queen, and so now she's controlled by Queen Seraphine. And she got made to eat a lot of like rotten fruit, which the interesting thing that you find out in this week's chapters list is that they were the sign for Ven venomous. Um, and that made her sleep it said for a few weeks. They called it paralyzed, temporary paralysis, and it made, yeah, and she slept. So I think that Eden asked it in the Discord, and then I did too. How long in the like iron or the human realm is the few weeks? Because if you remember, time is not linear. It is, like faster in the Fae realm than in the human realm. So I think, to me, I suspect the Fae world is more like months, 1 month, because Leo is going to school in the dorm room, and he said that he ignored his parents' text. So, and they're like constantly asking, so maybe it's like a week or 2 weeks, and that maybe 2 months, 3 months, I don't know. So Hope said when the queen said to eat until she burst, I was worried it would literally make her burst from magic. And then Alaris, the knight, said that he didn't think that she would survive. He was like, I didn't think that your human would live. Like, but you survived. Good for you. But that made me like pop up and like think about, she's changing. But is she changing because she's living in the Fae world? Or is she changing because she stole the magic? I think it's because of the world. Because let's back up. It's saying that this world will make you forget your life. So I think it was because it kept saying, I don't want to spoil. I'm on chapter 23, so the world is changing her. And then plus, on top of that, the magic too. So what happened, if you want to remember, like when she killed, or excuse me, unalived, when she unalived the spring princess, was not her fault. The princess pushed her to do it. Yeah, she transferred a blade of magic to her in her palm. Uh, and she said we never should have taken it. which that's a what did you take? What did you steal kind of thing. But like the human got blamed for the unalivement of the princess. Now she has the spring magic because she took it too. What were we gonna say? It's fine. So hope that's fine. Eden, I agree. I think this world and the magic itself is overcoming her human self. Yeah. So, Katie, welcome. It is a very interesting book. I do feel like there is because our club focuses on books with deaf and hard of hearing characters or written by deaf and hard of hearing authors itself. It has some of with Leo is hard of hearing and has hearing aids, so it does have a little bit of the deaf representation. It's just I feel like maybe we need to see more to truly be counted on the book list that we're making that's full of recommendations of deaf representation. Um, but I do want to see the next book from Effie because it's supposed to be Leo's book itself, which is all he's hard of hearing, so we'll have a fully hard of hearing character. I don't know, I'm on chapter 18, so like I'm not, there's like 40 more chapters, but it is an interesting book so far. The descriptions are very like vivid, viv, I can't think of something, vivid. Like you can really like see and imagine everything that's happening. Like some of it I'm like, oh, ew, ew. Like the descriptions on chapter 7 were really like, wow. But I do struggle with the characters. There's a lot of characters. And her writing, it tends to be a little bit different than what I normally read. So a lot of flashbacks, and it's hard for it to be clear to understand is this a flashback or is it now that is it happening right now? So Eden, I do the same thing. Hmm. And Hope, I just finished reading through like right before because again, I was on vacation and I was got really like into this book. Um, so, oh, nice, nice. I'm happy you finished, Eden. Um, but yeah, so chapter was it 14 or 15 is Leo's chapter for this week that we read, where he doesn't have his hearing aids on, but he's hearing a voice. He's in his dorm calling his name, and then he sees Dev, who is the Fae, the fairy, the Fae, with her big ears, and he's like, "Is this a dream?" Like, and it's a little bit. I guess, shocked that like the police did it about his friend Garrett because yeah, poor Garrett. Like so Garrett was unalived by the Spring Princess and the same night that Olivia was blamed for everything happening. And she was taken to the Fey world and like no one knows she's missing, but her parents seemed like, "Oh, you're okay. I'm so happy you're back." And then as soon as they said that, they just like changed and they're like, "Meh." Yeah. Um, well, it's a graveyard, like it's a cemetery, so I would assume that they have it is outside, but it's close. It should be. People should see the body. And like unless Alaris cleaned it up. Oh, that's true. And he was unalived with magic. So maybe. Um, sorry. I do I do feel like there's a lot of like time jumps on who I want the character's name of who we're following for the chapter because I like we meet some of Dev's sisters and I guess that Vivek has a bigger part later. I don't know because he's specifically like mentioned like that character. It seemed like you're right about the time jump, or that was a little bit of struggle for me to connect who the character is and who which chapter we're on. Yeah, what little info was said about him. Vivek is very interesting. Okay, sorry, I'm jumping from part to part because I wanted to say before I forget. I think it's interesting how Leo met Tav, who is Dev's partner, right? Because I'm assuming that she doesn't live with Dev. It didn't seem like that, but they're partners. And then Leo said like in his chapter like recognizes, oh, huh, they're in love. Or he sees like how they like look at each other and he's like, who is that? Who is that? But it seems like he wasn't signing before that, even though it was italics, because he said in ASL who or who. So I would say that after 17, 18, you will know more, a little bit more about Tav. Hmm. He like picked up Dev. Eden said it made her laugh. Like that was funny. Like he's trying to protect her. And then he realized, oh, so who is that? She goes, my partner. And he's like, who am I? Like, did you cheat? Ooh, so Hope, that's an interesting way to do it. Like the books and their chapters have different like symbols when it's their chapter. So each person has a different symbol. Oh, it has leaves? Is that what it has? So leaf and ribbons? I've only seen the ribbon, but that's not a chapter, right? But the leaf is not a chapter. Yeah. Ooh, Eden, that's a good point. So she said that Dev and Tav are partners, but maybe they only get to associate when they're doing the rebellion things. Oh, never mind. Heather said it's more mundane than that. Okay, maybe not. But yes, I'm on chapter 25. I'm not going to spoil everything, but I would say one of the characters now, I'm like, really? Oh, one of the Dev sisters, oh, Q or L? Q. Ah, okay. Um, do we think maybe there's gonna be like a love triangle with Lysander and Alaris? Are you keeping? You're not gonna spoil it? No, I'm curious. Like your everyone's thoughts. Do you think maybe there's gonna be like a love triangle maybe between Eden? Eden, I think I just want to finish this and go ahead and finish it early. So hopefully this weekend I can finish it because I have some other books that I really want to read. Um, oh, but Eden, I thought maybe with Olivia, not with uh Corey. Oh, could it be the name Corey? You know, like Q can sometimes it's the C like sound. Could it be Corey? I don't know. We don't know. That'd be a question for the author. How do you say their names? Um, so this week, chapters Seraphine, when she is talking to Alaris, and she's just like, oh, like fascinated with him, and she is seducing him, and he is just not into it. So said that the night from Winter, Alaris, but he said that on a quest. So, but quest to do what? Like what is he doing? Uh that part I was about to like get big mad about it if she like manipulated him into sex because he was just like I'd prefer to be just done with it, and then he's like you know I hope she doesn't do anything or something would happen, or it was just like that kind of feeling like he was just like if she tries to kiss me. I was like, oh, what are you gonna do? But he's like powerful, like he's powerful, so why is he there? Like how is he like a slave to her? Like it makes honestly, he does have power to like put people to sleep, her parents, and then the queen said, yes, you can say goodbye to your parents, and he takes her into the portal. That was scary. Like talking about like the closet portal, like portals. Cool fact about the port, they don't unlock into any situation. They're independent. They're free. So there's no judging them themselves. That's cool. Anyway, my parents, what are you doing? Oh, and then something like developed, and it was like instantly he touched them, and they she thought that they died, but they just fell like asleep. So his power, he has more. And they called him the King of Winter, not a knight. So why is he there working for the Queen when he clearly doesn't want to be? Ooh. Yes, Eden, I want to know what the lullaby and fable about the magic thief. They keep talking about it. I want to know what exactly it is. That's true. They do disappear when they don't have a portal. And her house is now a dead house, labeled a dead house. It's not inactive. So they can't go in through that way anymore. So her portal keeper is I don't remember the name. I feel for her, Olivia. Like she feels for Olivia growing up and watching her, and now she can't anymore. And she is like gone. Like she's not there now. Like she's, yeah. And Dev is just like, now Dev knows about Olivia. Featherstone. Thank you, Eden. It's a different choice to go to Leo. So at that time, to go to Leo and like understand for I don't have a lot of portal time left. My time is running out, so we have to hurry. And so they go, and he's like, "Come on, come on!" And then she has this off, so they had to find another win, another way to go to the ferry. So like a forest near the school, and she makes a mushroom ring, and she goes, "You must not let go of my hands. Do you understand? Don't." Okay. He holds her hand, and they go into the portal, and they arrive. And Leo, it seems interesting. The explanation, like his hearing aids are high, and the loud, the birds, he can hear the birds and the animals. And I'm like, I can't hear high. So that's when I figured out, he's more hard of hearing than deaf. So for me specifically, really high and really low, I can't hear. Like it's best for me to be in the middle, like sirens, yeah. Tornado sirens. I have a funny story. Can we do a funny story time about like tornado sirens? So when I was working and living, so my husband and I were dating at the time, and he was living here like already, and I was still in Florence. And um there was a really bad like storm, and the tornado sirens were like going off, and like I had no idea. I was just sleeping. I was just asleep. I was fine. He got his friend Brian to come and like bang on my windows because he couldn't like get in contact with me because I couldn't hear my phone, and I couldn't like hear anything happening. And he was like, "Just want to make sure you're okay." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm asleep." And he's like panicking. Did you get the no, like I was asleep. I didn't like nothing. Like I was asleep. Can you hear a whistle? Mm-mm. No. Ah, so the interesting, yeah, interesting description of what he can hear. So the interesting thing is that my mom has like a medium, like almost like a medium, like sound, like whistle. It's not really high. It's just loud. So it's like normal, like tone of voice, but loud whistle. It is weird. I can hear that one, but the other kinds I can't. Mm. So we're gonna catch up on the comments for a minute. Dev, uh, Leo's keeper is watching her, probably. But oh, you shouldn't have to tell people if like you're in a different world not to say your full name. To be fair, she's overwhelmed trying to get him there, making sure dealing with Tav and everything. Yeah. Oh, that's true. She did say that so Eden, I'm not was it today? If so, I've not been scrolling today, so I might have missed it. If it was yesterday, I thought I saw one like tag. Okay, I have not looked yet, but I can look later. Desi, she said today. I will check. Okay, I will check and let you know. Um, Okay, so Leo says that he played like games with magic as like a child, and like he liked, playing games with magic, but he doesn't like the it being magic being real. So maybe Leo is not as naive, maybe. So when Dev, I don't remember the quote, the line, but I was like, whew. It said that if, hang on 1 second, let me look at it. Tricked. Yeah. I do think that there's some magic there that allows for the fairies to trick and like make you say your name. I feel like. Okay. So on chapter 14, it says, Deb tells him, after you go into this world, she says, magic is real. You can no longer survive in the human world, no longer live in the whole, if you want to stay alive. So that means he can't go back ever, ever. Like Olivia and Alaris can't. So Dev, what is she gonna do? So now there's two humans that are living in the fairy world. There's two. There's Leo and Olivia. Both are living there, and technically they're human. I don't know. I think what will happen is that Olivia is already saying something feels weird, something feels different. Maybe she is becoming different. Maybe Leo will too. Ooh, ooh. Okay, so I'm curious. Yeah, Cobb, Quab. Um, it feels like Effie from Hunger Games with the bright colors and the eyes and eyelashes and the hair, and she's just like, ah, go woman. Yeah. Um, okay, so I'm curious. Two things. How does Dev know sign language? Because if you look at everything that's happening, like, or is in the fairy world, There's no hard of hearing or deaf. They're all perfect, right? So, did she learn sign by just hanging around with Olivia and Leo? Okay. Second thing, if he stays there and how the world is changing Olivia, will he change and will his his hearing come back? I really hope not because I don't like that's kind of a fix or a cure. Yeah, it gives me a little bit of an ick. Like if you go to a different world and everything is all better, there's not a specific reason behind it. Ooh. Hope. Did you see Hope's comment about what if the humans transform and they use the rebellion to show that humans are not lesser, like lesser? It's a good point. Um, Eden says she loved that the scar couldn't be hidden, so her scar. I liked that. Hmm. Ooh. Um, I don't remember. I don't remember the goat woman. Quab. She put a crystal on her? She was in red, dark red. Make her look like blood. Um, and Heather, yes, so she learned sign at the same time that they did growing up by like watching them. It's a little bit creepy. It did mention that Olivia had Spring's magic. So that we do know. Correct. The the blue spot on her hand is from that blade or like the crystal. That was like the springs magic. Um, Hope, yes, is a little bit bleh, that she was watching them grow up and then got like obsessed with Leo, I guess, or and both Olivia too. Like she did say, well, did she say they looked like the Spring Princess or that they matched Seraphine's? She looked like them, not like her brother now. So she said that she doesn't look like her brother, but does she have like Spring's eyes now, the princess's eyes now, or whose? They did say that her eyes did change from hazel to blue with white, silver, gray, or something. Yeah, it's not attractive. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't gotten a thing tonight, so I'm trying not to say specific things. Oh, um, Hope said it's not just attraction, but not sure what we can say without getting from TikTok. It's like, there's a sign for it. Yeah. Mm. Grooming. So Seraphine, her mother is. But wait. Didn't it say that the Spring Princess is also her daughter, right? So, okay. The candle is weird. Okay. So her mother is just awful. And then awful woman. And then Seraphine like takes that and becomes the same way. She keeps things as pets, like Gree, a goblin. That's mine now. Come here. She unalived the baby. No, she kept the mom as a pet, not the baby. Or did I read that wrong? I think unalived the mom, but then the mom growed up and she said, "You come here," and they have a fight, and I'm going to take your baby now. It's mine. I don't know if unalived the mom or punished her. Oh, okay. Agree. It's baby. They punished her. Okay. I read that wrong. I was already annoyed with the mom. And then I read that and I was just like done. Yeah. But Seraphine did murder her own mom. I don't like her own mom. But that's how she became the queen. And it's okay, so that brings up a different point with Dev's sisters and her mom. Her mom is a little bit weird too. Like, she does not seem like a mother. What'd you say? Dev's mom is not comfortable being a mother. She's isolated, and her sister is. Each have their own levels. You have to respect your mom. You have to follow her rules. You have to look perfect. Blah blah blah. I love that. She's very paranoid. And her sister is online for the next in line for her throne. Her sister has to accept the responsibility for watching out for everything. True. Um, for Seraphine, it did sound like that was the only way she could get the throne. Like, she had to unalive her mom. But I still am a little bit confused on how the Springs Princess is her daughter. Seems to be a lot of intermixing on the marriages or the kids or things. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, the end of chapter 17. Did it seem like the Iron King was like taking Seraphine to be punished, or because they're gonna go have sex? because Olivia sees that the Iron King, the Winter King, is like has like Seraphine's arm is taking her out of the ball, and then at the same time, Lysander and Alaris go to Ivy King. My bad, not Iron King. Oh, Lysander can trust him. Mm-hmm. He's trying to help her and he's telling her, don't talk to anyone, be quiet, keep to yourself, all of this. Heather, I like your comment. You said that in some versions, the Fae are hatched, they're not born. Maybe. Okay. Eden, so like the first time like I read that sentence, I was like, what's happening there? And then I read it again and I was like, huh, is he like not happy because the human is there? Because he was fascinated and watching Olivia for a minute. So maybe he's not happy. I have a lot of questions right now. That's true. Yeah, she's a little bit scared, which is weird to see like her scared because so far she has not been scared of things. You're right, you're right. Like it's like since they're not allowed to have scars, maybe they can't have the kids themselves, and so they just hatch. Or magic. Magic skin. Lysander tells her something. So, okay. So Lysander gave her fish bones, like ground up fish bones. hmm And he says, why? For nutrients. Nutrients. Because the food there, you don't know if you can trust the food. So puts her in her boot. And then he said, Alaris is watching. Both of them. I don't know about that. It's like, is the queen tell him, did the queen tell him to watch them both? Or I can't spoil the party. I've already read it. It's very interesting. I'm a little bit annoyed with that. You're annoyed with the party? With Olivia's behavior because right now she wants to socialize and she feels like it's having fun, it's exciting, but girl, you're a prisoner. What are you doing? Don't let this fascination, like, let them draw you in. Well, doesn't every girl dream of being a fairy princess for a night? Dr. Eaton first unaliving a fairy princess you didn't know about. Your best friend is dead. You're dead. And then you go to a Fey world and you're eating awful, rotten fruit, poisonous fruit. And then you sleep for weeks. And then you still aren't nervous. I'm saying she had a dream when she was a little kid. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm being sarcastic right now. I had a dream. Eden, yes. So her change in attitude is very weird. Like, no. That's really like drawing her in. Like the queen, her princess, her voice. Oh, she convinces people, she motivates people. So she's still is still in that like surrounding. Overtaking. Can't spoil it. Spoilers. That's true. Yeah. So because she's human, the like compulsion just is easier. I'd be petrified. Definitely not normal. The human mind can't withstand the addictive nature. True. Exactly. Like, come on. You got punished and you're telling me you're not nervous? You're not anxious? I'm just laughing because, like, so do you think this is like a chosen one kind of book, like where she's the chosen one for something? Like, whatever the rebellion is about. I don't know what the rebellion is for. Do you know what the rebellion is for? Like, why are they rebelling? Eden, this is my. I read fantasy normally, but this is different. Okay. Oh, sorry. So, Dev is not happy with how the summer commoners are being treated. Okay. But why is she rebelling for everyone or just the summer people? Because Dev, most they have powers to glamour. And so when Dev sneaks out to go to the portal keepers, she finds them as she glamours herself to be a different person. And so she's meeting different people and she notices people is like, hello, hello. But after that, and she borrows the person's skin from earlier. Yeah. Floy woman. She can tell that she loves the people there and she has powers to glamour. My question, when she met the portal keeper and she was glamour, the portal keeper knew she was Dev. Can they see through glamour? Hmm. They're oppressed, maybe? So when Seraphine unalived her own mother, she tried to make everything better, but it's still not. It's worse than before. with the oppression and everything. And so the rebellion is because of the queen. Yeah, that. And Heather, that's true. They don't really die of old age. Like, they, rebellion is required to have new kings and queens. It's true. But Dev has said she doesn't want to be queen, but she's still doing the rebellion, which normally you become the new queen. So Dev is more like in training, training for war. She can't get a scar, you know that? Oh, so maybe she's just perfectly fighting. I don't know. So. If the author, so if Effie is writing the second book about Leo, will he be with Dev, who is also with Tav? How will that work? Or is there a different character we've not met yet? um, Something about connected with him after he leaves the human, or leaves to the human world, maybe. Heather, you're right. She doesn't have to be queen to enact change. It's true. I agree. I agree. Eden. Um, so Druken just seems boring. Like, he doesn't care. He just ignores things that are happening. Yeah, maybe, maybe. But so do you think that Vivek is on the rebellion side since he lets her train? He doesn't tell about Lenola, sister, like eating cookies. I think she was eating cookies, and I guess that's like banned there. I don't know. I have a lot of questions right now. I guess I should keep reading, but tonight I'm not going to do that. In the next continuing chapters, it can talks more about the solstice, the winter solstice. Yeah, and Ivy King is there, and also explains a little bit about Tav. Do almost July. Thinking about the next book we will read. Do we have a specific genre that you want? Like, if you want to comment, like some specific genres you want to read? Like, do you want to do like poetry or suspense or like middle grade? Bye, Eden. Hope you have a good night. You're open to anything. Okay. Y'all stretch my reading. So make sure the next book has, we'll make sure that it definitely has deaf representation, not just surface representation. Hallmark type. Oh, we have that one. Did you read that one? The Next of Kin by Hannah Bonham Young. So the girl is a coda, and the person that they are joining together to adopt is the boy is 15 and he is deaf. So she works together. So I guess technically, yes, it's a side character. There is a lot of sign in that book, though. That workplace romantic one where he was deaf. Remember that one was a good one. Um, so sign me up. Okay. Romantasy. I mean, this one was really cute. This is it's like um, the Little Mermaid, but it's changed because she's the hunter, and he's a siren. But it's fantasy. That one was good. I felt like it was really good deaf representation in here. There's a lot of signing, and she does not speak at all. And her brother interprets for her. And there's a quote that she says she didn't think that she was like mean or anything. She just didn't understand why people do small talk when they're not talking about anything. Just get to the point. And it was funny. Um, so it's Hunting Sirens by Mary Meacham. Mm, it's really good. This is her second book, but they're like standalones, so you don't have to read all of them, but they're fairy tales like retold. So I found it on TikTok. For romantasy, I don't know. We'll have to look and see. I can't think right now off the top of my head, but I do have sci-fi. Um, oh, we already talked about this one a little bit a while back. This is Starfall. In one of the books, it's short, but I think this is a novella. I think it can be read as a standalone, but it has two other books before this with her in it. So it does build up the character. So that one. So she's 15 and she is deaf. And it does have space pirates. Sorry, that was my dog. Open the door. And like Otherworld, where it does have sign and she has hearing aids. She has hearing aids, yes. And she signs, but it's not ASL, it's space sign. So this one is not ASL, but I was telling them at the very beginning before you could join, the sirens invented sign language in this book. So they shared it with the humans. Like that's how she signs. Like that's how she learned. Like she was taught, but who taught the person before? One of the sirens. And so No, it doesn't have a name for the sign language. It's just called sign language. Like they don't call it like siren sign language. They don't do that. This one has a name, but I can't remember. I was like, oh, okay. That's not ASL. Oh, so in interesting comment. So you had commented. I was I started laughing when I read it. You said that with Leo's hearing aids working in the Fey realm, like maybe if you write like a short story about like hearing aids not working in a different world. So in the book that I'm working on, when they travel to the water world, their hearing aids and cochlear don't work. They have to be magic to work. So you have to have the witches have to do like a spell to make them work there. And they said that the way that they said it is it seems like the connection is falling, like it can't connect. And they're like, but it's not a phone. So why is it not working? It's not a phone. It's like staticky. And I'm like, so anyways, you said that and I was like, perfect. That's yes, that's like your hearing aids in a different world shouldn't work because like they're different technology. Like we had this same thought. I was like, okay. So going forward in chapter, it did talk about his hearing aids more. Okay, interesting. So my question to Effie, and I hope I don't forget this question. I need to write it down for me. Someone write it down in Discord. So my question is when they're thinking about hearing aids and technology in the Fae world, how did she dream of that idea? Like deaf sensitivity readers, or did she have someone does she have someone with questions, like if it was working or had any problems, that kind of I was really just thinking about how did she put that in, or did she just wanted it to work in the Fae world? I don't know. It's a good question. One to remember. Um, but yeah, so like when I was reading that, and I was just like, huh. The interesting thing is I probably added that part in when I was doing my rewrite. Like 3 weeks ago is when I added that part in, and I was like, oh, that's so funny that I just added that they're not going to work there, and they had to do magic to make them work. What about battery life? How would that work? Oh, with the Fey world or with the water realm with my book that I'm working on right now? So in mine, oh, the Fae, I don't know. I've not read that yet. She can't spoil it, I guess. And so is it the next week's read? We'll find out about battery life there? Yeah, we'll find out. Okay. So I guess we'll see. We'll see. So next week we're supposed to read chapters 18 to 26. Cool. For my book, once they have had the magic on it, it acts normally like in the human world. So as it, yeah, it will charge fine because they've been magic to work like normal. Yeah. Um, yeah, that would be nice. Yeah. So that's how I have described it in the book so far. So that would be nice because we have to constantly buy batteries. They don't always last forever. Well, I now have rechargeable ones. Mm-hmm. So, um, do you need the brown? The 312, I think, is the number. No, mine's 312. So I'm gonna give them to VRS. I have to go meet them again, and they will give them to a person who needs them because I don't need them now because I have the rechargeable hearing aids now. They are a lot cheaper now than before. Not expensive. They're cheaper now than before. I didn't realize like how much cheaper now because I did like the cost of buying batteries or adding on like 100 extra dollars when I needed more. Bye. Nice to meet you guys. Yes, come back. We're here Wednesday nights around 8:30 CST. Till around 10 normally. 9:30, 10, depends how much we talk. Thank you. Um, so any more comments or questions about this book, chapters 9 to 17? Or do we have any more suggestions for the next read? We had romanticy. I'll need to research for that kind. Because we have that one and then Starfall, and I know we talked about some other books too a few months ago, so. And then we had a Hallmark kind of book. I don't have a lot of like that kind of book really. But we recently read, yeah, it's a love story. Oh, we could read the author uh, Laura Brown. She's a hard of hearing author. Most of her characters are hard of hearing. They're not deaf, but some of them sign and some don't. It depends on the book. I've read two of her books. I liked the cruise one better. There was sign in that book. I also read the arranged marriage thing. That one was a hard of hearing character that really frustrated me because she didn't advocate for herself and she just always kept her hearing aids in and like I was just like and like the male character she was dealing with, he just like he talked really because he didn't want because he was tall. He was tall. He didn't want to be loud. So he became really quiet and she could never understand him and he thought she was ignoring. It was like this big miscommunication and I was just like, no. Yes. I feel like some of the books we read have just made me so I want a book that I really will like. Yes, like thank you. Um so anyway, that point, so Sign for Home. Is there sign in that book? I know it's an interpreter who wrote it. Yes. Has a deaf-blind character. Okay. Well, we will find 3 books for the next time and we'll vote on Discord. But for next week, we have chapters 18 to 26. Yes. We're going to check. And then, so I think there's 3 more weeks. I think we have 3 weeks left, right? 3 weeks left with this specific book. We have 3 weeks left. Like we have till 20 or 26, and then 34, and then what is left? 18 to 26, and then 27 to 35, and then 36 to 43. Oh, 44 to 51. So we could double the last one and make it, yeah, we could just go ahead. It's fine. That's fine. I don't know if you will be happy with that. We can keep it to 4 weeks left. I was just trying to remember how many we had left for this book, but we will do a vote. It'll be around the 72-hour vote. Hi, Sadie. Hi. My doggy. My doggy. So maybe we'll just keep it like normal, and then the last two will combine. Sounds like a good idea. Anyways, my dog. But yeah, and then I will be doing a review because I had not read that one book. I had not read it like I was just reading it because I wanted to, and it's really good. I do recommend it. So, yeah, Sadie. Did you say that? I can't remember the author's name. She'll have a book released this year. Which author? Kelly Andrews already did it. The Seekers Don't Stay Buried were already did. Oh, it was Carrie Lamore. Says that their second book is going to be released, but there's no day, so I'm not sure. There's no updates, nothing. So that's why I'm keeping it where it is. Maybe I'll just delete that because it's kind of misleading, you know. But I don't know another release yet. Like I've not read one yet. I know AC Toy is working on their second book. Secrets Don't Stay Buried. That author is almost done with their second book too. They've already written it. I think the release is like the end, like December. Maybe I need to add that. I need to find out. That would be a good one. I don't know if we want to keep their book until October since it's kind of like a scary book. So we can keep it for October since it's like a little bit more scary. I don't know if it's scary, but we do have The Silence Between Friends, which is Allison Gervais, their second book, I think. Yeah, that one's a good one. It's a deaf character who signs. So maybe. Need to do more research and make sure we have everything we need. We need to have a brainstorm and do some research, yeah. We'll get back to everyone on Discord. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I think that's all for tonight. Yeah. Oh, remember to put your questions on the Discord for the author interviews. And yeah, that sounds good. Well, hopefully you have a good week, huh? And I'm out of town again. Yeah. I'm home on Sunday. And then I'm out of town again Thursday night. And then I'm home again Sunday. So the weekends I'm just out of town for the next few weeks. And then I'll be back home for the work week. So I think we're good on next Wednesday. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Okay. Well, hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday night. And we'll see you soon. Happy reading. Drink water. Keep, have fun. Keep safe. Happy reading. Bye.